want to welcome all y'all to Fan of a Fan, and this is strictly only for the fans.
Welcome to Breaktime on Westside, your number one Breaktime podcast, coming to you from Nairobi, Kenya. The man on the mic is a man who once believed that bukkake was a form of martial arts in Japan. He is a man who once thought that MILF was a combination of milk and beef. It is none other than your tall, dark, and mildly handsome man, Sir Denver B. The show is Fan of a Fan, the show where I usually bring in somebody that I'd like to collaborate with, or somebody who would like to collaborate with me. Usually somebody that either has an opinion or is an expert in a certain field that is, relating towards love, sex, and relationships and shit like that. Now, the fan that I've brought in is not a podcaster, but he is a YouTuber. So he's also a content creator like me. He tends to discuss a lot of things that relate to men, kind of like the same way I do. And more so than that, he's also a pretty good friend of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you none other than Willie Nyanumba, aka Mr. Man Style.
Yeah.
Bro, like, why'd you come in like that? Like, bro, like, there's nicer ways to come in.
Got a new show for y'all guys.
Bro, like, you sound like you're checking into a rap video. Like, yeah. Yeah, man, know when I'm about to...
Nah, man, I stole that from the Hodge twins, bro.
So yes, Mr. Man Style, welcome to Breaktime on Westside.
Yeah.
We have been fans of each other's work. We've been critics of each other's work. And, having you on the podcast is actually a good thing. So, Mr. Man Style, what exactly do you do as a YouTuber? Like, what topics do you discuss?
I'm a men's lifestyle YouTuber / red pill or manosphere YouTuber. So, I belong to two different niches. Where the first one I talk about simply style, grooming, confidence, and fitness. And then I also discuss the red pill, right? So a lot of like the people that are subscribed to me confuse me for like Alpha M up until they hear the red pill topics. So it's like, yeah. So yeah,
right,
man,
I like that.
That's what I do, bro.
I like that. Like, especially on the red pill. Like, that's definitely something that we'll need to look into a little bit later. And yes, you also do have your merch store where you do deal with misogynistic merch. But
hey guys, misogynistic.
Yeah, I am going to leave that one.
In quotes.
For for a little bit later, because I think most people confuse you with a misogynist, yet to a certain degree, I think you just troll a lot of feminist-related content, right?
Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, look at the t-shirts, man.
Actually, considering his merch and everything, I am going to leave a link to his merch at the bottom of the podcast, in the description and everything. So if anyone wants to check out his merch and, grab a tee from Teespring or whichever site he'll be using at the time, then, feel free to do that. But anyways, now...
Let me tell him the discount code first.
All right. Discount code?
Patriarchy. I'm giving you 20% off. Unless you're a guy. If you're a guy, your discount code will either be gains or sexist. Because that's who you are if you're listening to me.
Bruh, but the funny thing is, it's not like the site will know whether you're male or female. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's a whole joke on its own, man.
Yeah, because I think the funny part is it's not like the site can realize whether you're male or female by how you type or something. Like, autocorrect works the same way for all of us.
I know, bro. I know.
All right, so about your content, you've actually discussed quite a bit of things in the manosphere and men's lifestyle. You have touched on various different topics, not just how guys should dress, but you've also spoken about the dating sphere. Somewhere where it's more my forte than I'd probably say yours, because this is something that I probably discuss on a daily. And to kind of keep things light, there was this situation. Actually, there was this video where you were talking about dating the older woman. And I found your thoughts to be pretty interesting. I won't call them misogynistic, but it was genuinely from you, and I did want to find out why you felt that, dating an older woman should be such and such a way. I think you deserve your chance to explain whether you should date an older woman and why you feel that way.
All right. To be very honest, I'd advise And then, underline advice, I'd advise you not to do it. I mean, first of all, like, you remember how it came off, like, older women, I find them to be very, like, they're kind of like predators, man. Like, even just hanging out with them,
I don't
you
know.
know.
I don't know if I'm ready to use the P word on them.
But then, all right, let me backtrack to my reason, right?
All
I
right.
mean, first things first, this is something that we've glorified. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've glorified it to another level. Like, the shit we see on TV, that's like, it's made it look like it's an achievement. Like, you laid pipe on a milf, man. That's the thing. We
Well,
call them
yeah.
milfs. We call them milfs, bro. We call them, what else? What other words do we use to glorify them? Cougars and
Yeah.
all these other crazy terms that, okay, to be very honest, I don't think they're cool,
She's
right?
an oldie but a goldie.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, man. So, like, when you're doing it, there's this thing called the wall, right?
Okay.
It's a very common term in the manosphere. It's called the wall. So this is like when she turns 30, the moment
Okay.
she turns 30, like, when she's 29, she's at the peak of her um you know at the peak of her fertility years and attractiveness,
All
right?
right.
Which means
Arguable,
she's
but all right.
yeah, which means she's more likely to bear what do you call it, a healthy child, like, in her 20s. But when she's 30, that's when everything starts to go down, including the level of attractiveness. Now, she can go hit the gym and do all this, but the fact of the matter is, like, yo, there's this thing called post-nut clarity, bro. And once you just rod in that peace leave, my guy, you know
Bruh,
you're
first of
gonna
all,
realize, you're gonna see all the stretch marks and varicose veins, man.
I don't know. I don't know though. Like, personally, for me, I don't have too big of a problem with it. Actually, funny enough, I was having an argument at work with one of my supervisors, and she was just coming down on me, don't go for older women, blah blah blah. But here's
Yeah,
the thing. Here's the thing. I do agree with you that they've been glorified to a certain degree. And can I say that it's a bad thing? Questionable. Because
I mean,
personally,
bro, if an older man wants to date a younger woman, it's a problem. It's a problem.
well, it depends on whose problem it is. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you look at a lot of the stars and the people that stood out back in the day, and you see them looking good today, I think that's what brings out a lot of the older woman desire and fantasy. Because take, for example, someone like J-Lo. People
Yeah,
idolized J-Lo when they were kids. Like, personally, I was one of those guys. There's guys who've idolized Rihanna, there's people who've idolized Beyonce.
I mean, I used to be like that too, man.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, so as they grow older, they continue looking good, like we
Yeah,
continue liking them. So I think that kind of translates to a lot of the desires and fantasies that we had when we were kids, because it's like, if we can get older and be in a position to actually get them, then I think that's where the desire for going for an older woman is like. Because
yeah,
the idea of the MILF simply came about from you looking at this older woman, this
that's fine. She's fine.
yeah, this older woman, this mother, who could be married, probably isn't, you can't
But she's
entirely
old.
be
She's
sure.
she's she's old enough to be a mother,
Yeah,
and you can.
she's either old enough to be a mother, or she's already a mother. And
Yeah,
you look at her and you're like, damn, she's fine. I definitely want to hit. And instead of saying, there's this mom that I'd like to hit, or there's this woman that, looks like she's a mom that I'd like to hit, you just shorten it into mom I'd like to fuck, aka MILF. And I feel like it's all a fantasy. And if you get a chance to do it, I think,
exactly.
you can do it, but
No,
there
I
should
mean,
be a certain
I
condition
mean,
to
I
it.
mean, you can go and do your thing, but I suggest you don't date them, bro. Like, all right, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right?
Yeah.
The reason why she's that old and she's unmarried or divorced is because, you see, feminism, and I really hate bringing up feminism these days. I don't know why, but I just don't like bringing it up anymore.
Probably
But
because it's a bit washed out. Yeah, like you feel like it's
yeah,
been over discussed.
yeah, but yeah, exactly, bro. But when you're talking about, like, the red pill, the manosphere, like, it has to come up once or twice. So feminism taught her when she was younger that She doesn't need to get married. She needs to, she needs to go and focus on her career. She needs to go and, make her money and shit. And she needs like to have control of her own life. Basically, feminism taught her to be more masculine, which is very ironic because the term femi,
Yeah.
but yeah, it taught her to be more masculine, to pursue more masculine roles. So she gets to age 30, then she realizes that she's hit the wall. African parents, they're all like, yo, we told you you'd hit the wall. Because, African parents, by the way, shout out to them, man. They all have a very good understanding of what the wall is. But so she realizes she's actually hit the wall. Her biological clock was ticking. So what does she want to do? She wants to look for someone like you now. For example, you hit the gym, right? You
Yeah. Occasionally.
you're pretty healthy. But you're a pretty healthy guy. I mean, you're the one who put me on to going to the gym anyway, right? You're you're a pretty healthy guy. That's what I can say,
Yeah.
right? And then you have a certain way that you carry yourself. So you would be alpha seed.
Okay. Okay. It's good that my nuts being considered at this point.
Yeah, you're more
Um.
likely to help bear a healthy child.
Okay.
That's now
Yes.
what she's looking for.
Yes.
So she looks for you, y'all, and everything happens pretty quickly. But okay, this is not always the case, man. And I
Yeah.
know I usually sound like I'm overthinking in my videos because I don't say this in particular. This isn't always the case,
Mm-hmm.
but shit can happen pretty quickly. Y'all cuff, y'all get married, and you live in one house now. But now the thing that she knows is that in a relationship, one of you has to submit, right?
True.
I'm a pretty conservative guy, so I know I can tell you one of you has to submit. That's that's
Yes.
that's how I see it. And I think the woman kind of knows this, and what she does, so she knows it's either her or the guy, right? So feminine submits to masculine. That's how it's supposed to be. So what does she do? She puts you in a feminized position, clean the dishes, take care of the kids, wash the house, right?
Okay.
And then how she goes and pursues more masculine roles. She goes and brings home the bacon and shit. So she's kind of providing for you, man.
I'll mind bringing the bacon as long as I bring the bread, because at the end of the day, like the bread is what's gonna hold that bacon in between. So, anyways, my reasoning for not having a problem with dating an older woman, now that you've mentioned your laundry list of
Yeah,
occurrences
man.
that come with dating an older woman, is that I think if you're a young person and you've always had the fantasy, the idea of dating an older woman, I think you should probably try it. But
Do it short term.
yeah, keeping it casual is where I'd
Yeah.
probably keep it, because if you're dating an older woman, all right, let me just kind
Mm-hmm.
of give a much better idea of what an older woman is. Say somebody that's, say, 7-10 years older than you going up. Actually, yeah, let's
Oof.
just go with like 10 years going up.
So I'm 22. She's 32. Damn, that's crazy as hell, man.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. Like, you'd probably have a ton of fun with a 32-year-old than, say, a fellow 21-year-old or even a 24-year-old. Because the thing
Yeah,
is,
guys, just don't let off inside her.
yeah, because the thing is, no, like this is something that's actually easier to sort of predict, because whenever women get to a certain age, I don't know if it's, for some you can say it's around 27, for others it's 30, they
Mm-hmm.
start having a much better idea of what it is that they want in life.
Yeah.
So if they want to settle down, then they'll go and they'll decide to settle down with someone, and they can actually do that intentionally. But when you find that, say she wants to have fun, or she wants to get like a fuck buddy or some shit, then at 32, she knows very well, I'm getting a fuck buddy. If I like to do it a certain way, I'll do it this way. So if she wants to make sure that she's not having any kids, then she'll take the necessary precautions. It's not like the typical 21, 22-year-old that's like, oh, I know that I'm going to bang this guy, but I'm going to go there and I expect him to have a condom. I expect him not to nut inside. And I expect that hopefully at the end of the month, I'm going to get my period. Like, it's not being left a chance. She already knows what she has to do and she's going to do it. And I think that's probably one of the best reasons why going for an older woman is actually a good thing. Now, the reason why I'll say that it's good as a casual thing is because going long term, age does become a bit of a factor. A lot of us will like to say that, oh, age is just a number, blah blah
Yeah,
blah.
man.
But it's a bit more than that. Time and time again, I listen to older women than me talk to me, and then at some point they're like, I can be your mother. And honestly, at that point, I'm usually looking at them like, well, I can also sire children, but I guess you can always swing your age card right on my face.
I mean,
But
I was asked this question a while ago, like when I was 17, and I didn't have a problem with it because I didn't really know I didn't really know even what what the hell it was. Like, would you ever date an older woman?
um casually, yes. Long term,
Yeah, my answer was yes, so long as she's fine.
which is actually true. And the thing
Yeah,
is, most people are gonna look at the idea of dating an older woman as serious. Who says you can't do it casual? Who says that you can't be fuck buddies with somebody who's
yeah,
a
man.
lot older than you? Like, if babes can do that, then I guess guys could do it, but on a casual level. Because yes, I
Yeah,
do
man.
get that men and women are fundamentally different in a lot of different ways, but I do think that when it comes to things such as like age differences, as long as you're young and you're not trying to have anything serious, and I think you have a bit of freedom to play around.
Ah. And by the way, guys, I didn't say that don't date an older woman like casually, right? By the way, I just want to make that very clear. I just said don't get into an LTR, long term relationship with them. That's all I'm saying. Because
Unless it's for
that's,
business.
yeah, unless it's for business, which I did say in my video. Which I did say in my video.
Yeah. Although, that being said, though, I think we should probably move things up because it's
Yeah,
not the
yeah.
only thing that you do talk about. There's RP, which you've mentioned time and time again, which
The
is
red pill.
actually the red pill. Now, the funny thing is, I've spoken to you before, and you've mentioned how it's not just the red pill, like, there's other pills. There's
Yeah,
a blue
the
pill.
oh,
Like, can
yeah.
you tell me about like the origin and what you understand by all these different pills?
So what this whole thing kind of started with is like men's rights activists,
All
right?
right.
So the men's rights activists were, pro men's rights and stuff, and then some guys realized that we don't really need to change shit, really. So they just moved on with their lives, stopped being kind of like that men's rights activists, and then they're writing like blog posts and articles about like red pill stuff. Those are now the MGTOWs,
Please
which
explain
were
what MGTOW is.
men going their own way.
All
So
right.
they're still red pilled. So these guys are just writing things about being red pilled and stuff, and then they make their conclusion. You know what? I'm just gonna go my own way, focus on my purpose, get my money right, and stuff like that. So and then there's the RP, the red pill. Now the red pill holds all these different faction of guys, the PUAs, you know
Yeah,
the
the pickup
MGTOWs.
artists,
Yeah,
the men
man.
going their own way.
Yeah.
Hose?
Mm.
Do hose fall under the red pill?
Nah, black pill, which is
Okay.
another pill.
All
So
right.
now, first, like backtracking where the red pill came from. So you guys have watched The Matrix. All
Yeah.
y'all have watched The Matrix, so you know about
Some of us.
the blue pill and
Yeah.
the red pill. So the blue pill is basically believe whatever the hell you want to believe, right? It doesn't have to be fact. Just believe it. It's fine, and live your life, live a good life.
As long
You
as it
know,
gives you bliss, right?
yeah, don't worry about the truth of reality, basically.
That sounds like a
So
nice way to live, honestly.
indeed, I wish I was never red pill, man. I mean, bro.
Yeah, man, it's like a day full of orgasms.
But then now the red pill is basically red pill just means truth, right? And
All right.
in my last video, which I'm about to upload, actually, I summed it up, to mean believe half of what you see and not all that you hear, right?
All right.
That's what the red pill is, essentially. That's my interpretation of it. Believe half of what you see and not all that you hear. So it essentially just means truth, right? You see the world for what it is. You don't try to bullshit yourself, right? And you just see everything as you've accepted reality, basically.
Yeah.
So that's how the red pill is. So you don't get pissed off about it, you don't get butthurt about it. Of course, there's this issue of red pill rage, but it only lasts for a while. It only lasts for a short while. I
Yeah.
mean, I did have red pill rage at some point.
Like, I don't want to get into the complexities because I know that there's
Yeah.
other pills there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So there's the black pill. No, let's go to the purple pill first. The purple pill. It's those guys they're both blue and red. So they know the truths that the red pill provides, but they still choose to live kind of a blue pill lifestyle.
Wait.
So
Red plus blue gets purple.
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
My color science needs work. But yeah, you're saying?
So these guys, they're red pilled and everything, but what they say is, you know what? I'll just get into a relationship. I'll get married. Since I'm red pilled, I know how to maintain frame. I know how to be masculine. I know how to do what I'm supposed to do. So
Right.
they still get into marriages and stuff like that. So they're purple pill. A guy who's an example of a purple pill is actually the father of all these things. His name is Rollo Tomasi.
Okay.
Yeah, it's very popular in the man. He's actually like the guy who started all these things, man. He's like the go-to guy when you want to do research on this. Rollo Tomasi. So he's a purple pill, and the reason why is because just like me, he's in the church, right? So he's pro-marriage, so he can't be a MGTOW. So he goes and he marries, but he knows very well, hey, I'm red pilled. I can be a man. I can stand up for myself. There's certain things I will not tolerate. So that's the purple pill. Then we have the black pill.
Wait, is
Now,
that like an orange pill?
nah, not that I know of.
Like
Not that I
nothing
know
pink
of.
though?
No.
Damn it. I really wanted to get something for a lot of the, pink loving homies.
Yep.
Some of us like pink. Anyways,
Unfortunately, guys, no
black
pink.
pill.
Black pill. Now, black pill. I think I was black pilled at some point because I knew very well that if I go and I hit the gym, then shorties will start showing me more attention. That was like when I was 17, 18. Like I knew if I went and hit the gym, just that, shorties will show me more attention. So the black pill is kind of like that. Like it's this whole idea that if you don't have good looks, then and good genetics, then you're never gonna get any girl. Like you're never gonna get a 10 out of 10, right? You're
Alright.
better off going to look for a shorty that's not attractive. That's the black pill. Yeah.
Whoa.
It's freaking it's hopeless. That's what I'm saying. It's just hopeless.
So you'll hit
It doesn't-
anything.
Yeah.
Even a
And
2.
some of them don't hit, man. Like these are the guys I like to call, a lot of them are incels.
Okay. Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
where the incels fall in.
Yeah.
Because it's like
but
darkness.
yeah, it's not MGTOW, it's black pill. A lot of people say the incels fall in MGTOW. No, MGTOW men are just guys who say, yo, we're done with this. We're just, gonna continue living our lives. The incel thing is usually a shaming tactic because these guys just want to live their lives. They don't care about anything else. But the black pill, that's where the incels are. So they pretty much believe that genetics is what will help them attract women. So they have this emphasis on the strong jaw, like Superman. Exactly, the strong jawline. They have that emphasis on it. Like they say, if you don't have a strong jaw, you're not gonna be attractive. You're not gonna. And also, there's a thing about race. Like if you're white, you have a better chance at getting girls than if you're black or if you're Arab.
Depends on where you are in the world, but yes, this could
Yeah,
be
man.
true.
And it's just kind of hopeless. And the worst part of it all, I don't see any of them telling guys, yo, if you want to become more attractive, develop that strong jaw, good body, go hit the gym, lower your body fat, stay away from sodium. I don't hear them say any of that. I hear more of that in the red pill, which is where I'm at. Now, for me, I try and go the extra mile. I tell guys, groom yourself appropriately, style, and fitness as well. So I try to go the extra mile.
And confidence.
And be more confident, man. Right? But I'm more into I create content more for the MGTOW guys, but I also tell them, hey, you still need to enhance your aesthetics, man.
All right. Pretty nice. Is that white pill?
Oh yeah, man. Oh snap! I forgot about the white pill. So the white pill now it's opposite from the black pill. Now the white pill it's like hope, right? Take these ideas that you learned from the red pill and use them to your advantage. It's that simple with the white pill. So it's like the red pill, but for Chads and Tyrones. Yeah.
Interesting. Like it sounds. Well, I'm not gonna lie. All these pills do make it sound like it's like the Green Lantern Corps or some shit. But
Yeah.
but
What I
since there is
normally
no
do,
green pill.
yeah, what I normally do is I just narrow it to red pill and blue pill. For me, I tell my audience you're either red pill or you're blue pill. You have to pick one. Now, a lot of the black pill guys, they're not particularly red pill. Like they don't really know how to enhance, how their appearance. They just keep on saying if your appearance is bad, you don't get girls. So I have a big problem with the black pill.
I actually have arguments against that. Like, there's people that don't look that good that still
Yeah.
pull women all the live
Yeah,
long
man.
day.
I mean, back when I was I was in high school, man. I think I was 17. I used to also be the black pill, right? So I would like try and enhance my looks, and then I'd see a dude that looks like he's been hit by 7 buses, shit on by 7 cows or some shit, and he's just there getting the girls, man. And
Bruh, the
I'm
cow
like,
was
all right.
just trying to chill though. Like,
So it's like the black pill really it's not a very strong argument if you ask me.
okay, personally speaking, can I say that I subscribe to red, blue, or black? Probably not entirely, because here's the thing. Like, I appreciate the red pill and the men going their own way movement for one particular thing. It pushes a lot of guys to try and do better and be better versions of themselves.
Exactly.
Like, I'm totally down for that. But now my issue comes in when... Now, in as much as I would love to continue talking about this, unfortunately we have come to the end of the episode. So we will have a part 2 for this, and it will be coming up next. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But with that being said, if there are any thoughts, comments, or feedback, feel free to hit us up on the DMs of @Breaktime on Westside on Instagram, on Facebook, and also on my personal Twitter handle, which is @BagakaTheD. And on IG and Facebook, it is @Breaktime on Westside. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you guys on the next break.